finish, back to that.
You know? Yeah. Let me read that verse again.
Yeah.
Verse 14 is Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. The wonders, right? The nuclear bombs that they have the technology of World War II. It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Hey, so when you look at all of NATO was like, oh shit, America, that hold that right at the back. Oh shit, look what they able to do. They got a bomb. That's why they was like, yeah, that's cool, we on their team. I'll hook up with them. You know? They have that weapon. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which they had the wound, which had the wound by the sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Yeah, if you go against this this system, or you go against this man's likeness, he calls you to be put to death. That's why you see a lot of these Muslim countries that oppose this man's democracy and his ways. These are the same nations that's refusing to bow down to the beast.
Yep.
So that's why he's over there bombing them, destroying them, killing them. You know, because those nations don't believe in LGBT, women's liberation, and democracy, and all the things that come from this place, man. Right? They're trying to stay true to their cultures, their ideologies, and America doesn't like it. So what do America do? Well, they're oppressing the people. They make their leader some big boogeyman. The same way they did Gaddafi, the same way they did Saddam Hussein, or who they doing to the president of Iran now. Okay, how they making Kim Jong-un to be. So on and so forth, man.
Well, they need democracy.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they going through everything. They don't have a democracy there. It's a totalitarianism.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here in America.
Their leader is a bloodthirsty tyrant.
Like when Kim Jong-un, he had that parade, and all his people were basically standing to their flag. Trump has some bad thing to say. Oh, he's controlling the minds of their people. But when America do the same thing, it's not a problem. Or when they had the march in I forgot what city that was, but what's his name? Basically, the white supremacists ran through the whole march in his car, in the Charger.
In Virginia?
Was that Virginia?
Charlottesville.
Charlottesville. Yeah, when it happened in Charlottesville, Trump didn't deem it wasn't bad or nothing. But once it happened once it happened in Spain with a van, now it was terrorism.
Yeah, man. So if you don't bow down and accept this goddamn devil's deception and his way of life, he wants you out. He doesn't want you here, man. He'd rather just you either rule. You either come under his rule, or be a goddamn mindless robot for him and serve him in his new world order, or just get eliminated.
You said the key word I was going to say, but you said the key word, the New World Order. That's what Rome was trying to achieve back then. The ancient Rome was. The pagan Roman Empire was trying to achieve. They were going all over the Eastern world over there, the known world at that time, trying to control everything. They're trying to take over the whole world. Same with this devil. He wants to go, in this time now, they want to go take over the whole world too. And even have a plan in place, the New World Order, to get it right this time. And just is not going to be fulfilled. And here's that right here, back at 16. Now, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their foreheads.
There's this one man.
Right.
Ricky says that's talking about Nero. No, it's not talking about no damn Nero, man. All right. Basically, this government, all right, which is all part of the beast system, they're gonna want to get everybody on the grid of partaking in his new economic infrastructure, which is gonna be it's gonna be digital. And this is how he's gonna put everybody in subjection through full control. If you get this particular mark, you'll be able to buy and sell. You're not gonna be able to spend cash. You ain't gonna be able to use these different currencies that's still in circulation.
You ain't gonna be able to pick no pocket.
No.
And get your money that way.
You're gonna have to do business with this particular device.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, you can't do business.
Yeah.
You can't go grocery shopping, okay? And all the amenities that come with this particular device, man, this devil, he can watch over you with different aspects, man. He can watch over your medical.
Yeah.
He can watch over your finance,
Your credit.
your credit, you know.
Some more people just got the chip in the United States. The news company CNBC, they just chipped some of their employees. So everything is on. You putting yourself on the matrix just by taking a chip. You know, it's monitoring your heart rate, so they know like what activities you're doing when your heart beat fast or when it slowed down. You know, your health, like the brother already said, health, heart rate, tracking device. Even though they say it's not, it's a tracking device too.
I was gonna say because for it to move digitally, it's not just it's at least with these satellites, but these towers, these cell towers. So just like they're catching criminals that say I didn't kill my wife, I was out of town, but your cell phone is dinging off next to where they found the body at. So it had to have been you. Whoever called you snitched on you. Well, that's going to do the same thing with the chip that's in you. It's going to hit off of certain cell towers saying that you was in a certain area. That's what the location device on your phone is doing now. Telling exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
All of this
We already see how it's all being set up.
Yep.
Everything is going to go through that particular digital infrastructure, man. This whole blockchain thing, it's a conduit to the mark of the beast technology, man. It's not literally, it's not the mark itself, but it's leading to it's a conduit that's actually leading to the infrastructure that's going to supply this particular mark. All right. I don't know why they even need a conduit. These people, they love the technology.
They're ready for it.
They ready for it. You might as well just
Push it.
just
Because they gotta, because people like us saying it's bad.
yeah, because they constantly hearing
naysayers.
Christian churches that's pushing that vibration that it's the mark of the beast.
Gonna be
So
some
people gonna have some
naysayers.
concern, but really, these people they're about their flesh. It ain't gonna mean nothing once it comes to food, bread and water,
Yep.
feeding your kids and stuff.
Cut EBT first, and then offer this chip or demand this chip. They don't take it.
Yep.
But cut it for a little while though. Cut it for 2 months and see what happens. People gonna run. They gonna line up.
Give it a month, they gonna bug out.
But I better go get in line now while the line is short.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's right now. It's a trade war and a currency war. Yeah,
Just trying to see what currency is gonna be on this chip. That's really what I see it as.
Yeah, because I mean, then you do a lesson on how they accepting. It was the chip associated with Bitcoin.
Right. Yep.
You know.
But you can get your money directly, Bitcoin, put on this chip already.
Yeah. You could get Bitcoin cryptocurrency on it through the chip, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
was it
That was the money system that they're gonna put for this.
cryptocurrency wallet on your chip?
Yeah.
Exactly. So how much more when they start saying, "Hey, put it in your hand"?
Yep. They can't steal it. As I got that token.
And it's all about the Internet of Things. They're trying to get you to basically merge into the Internet of Things, man. All your information, everything about you, onto that system.
Your Facebook.
So they can track you, so they can know all about you and control you.
Yep.
That's the power that this beast is trying to get, man.
I want to talk about that token. I forgot this is live, so I can still do the video and be up before this video it out.
Done.
There's a thing called token. If you go to tokenize.com, Lord willing, the video will be up by time you guys watch this video here. Lord willing, the video will be up by the time you guys watch this video here. But on this token, it's a ring that has a charger. You can read your fingerprint on it. I'm sure it can read your heart rate and all of that, but it shows how you knock on the door or on your computer and it logs you into your computer. It has money on it, you scan it, it can unlock your doors, passwords, all of that. Basically showing you that they're centralizing all your information into one device. And that's the point of it. It's going to centralize it all into one device. So the money was on there, your passwords are on there, your keys or to your car, your house, fingerprint, all of this stuff is on there. Biometrics. Then the hospital. Are we waiting on the hospital to say they in on it?
Heart rate.
Once they say they in on it.
They got what's that, man? Not Amazon Go. It's another one.
Yeah, because they love that Amazon
where they
Go
actually
store
taking
in
their phones and they just walking right through with their phones and they walking
that's
out.
Amazon Go up in Washington.
Yeah.
They're loving that right now.
But it's another one, man. I think it's one by Samsung and it's another one, man. Damn.
It's not Apple Pay. It's
Apple Pay.
Apple
what it is.
Apple Pay.
Sorry.
Con. And people are actually there. People are literally walking through stores after going shopping, and all they're doing is putting their phone to it, and they just getting their receipt and walking out. Come on, man. Pretty soon you ain't gonna need your phone.
Hey, how much information is stored on these people's phones?
Their whole life.
Hey, it's leading you, these smartphones is leading you to put all your information on there. Well, how do you have it? It connects to the Internet of Things, the World Wide Web. I can go and talk to a doctor's office right now through this device without ever going to a hospital. I can phone call it, I can Google it, and look up their website, whatever. I can go to I can trade stocks on this thing. I can make purchases and have it shipped to my house by tomorrow. All off one device. Well, that device is going to be put into something that is now put into your body, but it's only going to access something else. So when you scan your head or whatever, now it'll pop up on your TV screen so you can participate visually, not just through there, not through these little screens. That's all over BlackBerry.
Fine.
Yeah. This is from CNBC.com. Restaurants embrace the future, getting patrons to pay without cash.
It's yesterday, right?
It's from yesterday.
Yep.
For a number of reasons, more restaurants are shunning cash, accepting debit or credit cards and other forms of electronic payments. The move helps free them up to attend to customers but costs a bit more. At a growing number of restaurants, your money or your cash at least is no good. For a variety of reasons, more eateries are refusing to allow cash payments and only accepting debit and credit cards. One of them is fast casual chain Sweet Green, which went cashless last year. Separately, burger giant Shake Shack said recently that it's testing a cashless kiosk-only location.
Where's the location?
Kiosk. A kiosk-only location.
Meaning a computer or a robot, basically, was going to run it.
See?
Just like those cashless lines at Walmart you go to.
Self-checkout.
Self-checkout. They got those everywhere.
Yeah.
It says when Two Forks opened in New York City just over a year ago,
It's a restaurant, right?
Yep. Owner Michael Kaplan told CSNBC they accepted both cash and cards for the first few weeks. That quickly changed. We were noticing that every cash transaction, the payment process was slowing down significantly. Kaplan said to Own the Money.
Jake still deals with cash.
Yeah.
And if you ain't got, if you don't have a bank account, you got to have a certain credit status or a certain amount of money coming in to make these credit cards or these debit cards profitable for you to use. But now you can't buy a plane ticket without a credit card. You can't pay cash for no plane ticket. Not without going, without going to the airport itself. I don't even know if they accept it at the airport.
It says after doing some research, the eatery saw that generally everyone pays with credit cards anyway. With that in mind, Kaplan decided to eliminate cash as a payment option. So you people are ready.
Hey, plus, hey, Jake is struggling so much. Jake tries to go in these places and rob them for cash. You can't rob credit.
Yeah.
You don't do steal the whole computer. You don't know how to access it and put it. They can see you do all that if you did know how to do that.
Yep.
But if you take greenbacks out of a store, out of a safe, or whatever, you can go spend those and divvy those out and make it, make your purchases. Well, this system is going to change that. This is what ancient Rome didn't have. They didn't have complete control over all the people. That's why Jake was able to rise up and start taking segments or divisions of the Roman army out.
And this chip also cuts out all side jobs, because you got a lot of the northern tribe. They don't have social security cards, so they have to work. They basically have to find work. People that landscaping, plumbing and things, occupations like that. They get paid under the table. So all those jobs, you can't pay somebody under the table if you got a chip, So that means you gotta have a chip in order to work.
Ain't no gambling, no hustle. That's not gambling, I mean hustle.
You can't give nothing to the homeless, because you can't just take money off the chip and put it into somebody else's. So you gotta be yoked in together with the system in order to live in this society. So that's why you gotta die. That's why the script say to die in Yahweh Shai is gain. To give up your life on this side and he'll basically give you it in the kingdom. To look,
Because if you receive it, you become a slave to the beast.
You making Esau your power, because he's trying to do everything that the Most High is trying to do.
Yeah.
Everything, because the Most High is omnipotent.
Yeah.
If you put that chip in your hand, now Esau know everything about you.
It makes him almost omnipotent.
But he be in control too. That's where the line stops. But he sees himself as the Most High if he knows everything and every action you're doing at every second.
He's even coming with the technology, which the brother Yasha Wamba, he had did a video. I saw that where it was a Jake trying to sell some type of device.
And they said they put it in the back of your neck.
They put it in the back of your neck, man. They could basically download your mind and put it into the internet, man.
Okay. Artificial intelligence.
And they're trying to basically amalgamate that together, so they can know and control you. It also has Esau is working on the ability for this technology to create artificial immortality.
Khan, that's what he said in the video.
Yeah.
And then
That's
they have
the main point.
So basically, you won't die if you receive this technology.
And he puts this in all his movies and stuff too. All his movies is the same way. Whether it's Transcendence, whether it's Vanilla Sky, y'all seen that before with Tom Cruise? That was the point.
iRobot.
iRobot. The thing about Vanilla Sky in particular was he didn't want to die, but he was in an accident, but he went to a coma. So they hurried up and froze his brain, and then brought it back into a computer system. And so he's living in that computer system with all the memories, thinking he's really still living.
Khan, like Futurama.
Yep.
All the heads that's in those jars, they still able to talk, still know their memories.
Yep.
That's what Esau trying to do too. That's why they just did the first head transplant. Trying to put your thoughts back in a new body. The Rothschilds already getting new organs and stuff.
The movie is Get Out.
Khan.
Oh
Get
yeah,
Out was a
Khan.
movie. It's in that movie.
This devil, he's setting it up, man.
Yep.
He's gonna be able to know. He's gonna be able to know your thought process, man. Because it'll come up right on the internet.
Khan.
What you thinking?
Hey.
And if you thinking about doing something criminal, he could get you just like that.
Shut you off.
Hey.
Or he could shut your ass off.
And that last little video, I just threw it together, but I was showing about I showed different parts of Ex Machina, right? He said people thought the internet would track what you were able to do or what you searched for or something like that, of what you thought, instead of what it's really doing is tracking how you thought. I think that's how it goes. But it tracked to see what you chose, the colors you like. It was really tracking the other little things that told more in detail about you. Everybody's Googling Kim Kardashian's fake ass, but how deep are you going into it? Are you going into the doctor of it? Are you going into skin pigmentation? I'm just, maybe that's a bad example, but just saying. That the internet can track all of those things as well, and that's what the chip will be able to control. You know.
They got a device called the remote neural monitoring.
Neural, right?
Neural. Yep.
Google.
NURO.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
NSA has developed remote neural monitoring, a method of controlling the human brain aimed to detect any criminal thought taking place inside the mind.
So what is that? Minority Report. Pre-crime. You was about to do something wrong. I wasn't. I just thought about it. I wasn't really gonna do it. But no, you gotta take it to jail forever because you was gonna do it. If you can think of it, you'll eventually do it. That's this devil. This devil's like that.
Yep. So go back to it now. He's gonna try to put this in your head or in your hand. Go ahead.
I'll start back up at the top of 16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads,
Yep.
and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
And this is a physical mark.
Yep.
All right. It's a physical mark. According to the Greek, it's a physical mark.
Yep.
All right. It's gonna be branded with. It's gonna be an implant,
Mike
an
Oliver.
incision.
Mike Oliver went into. He did an in-depth on the mark. Basically went down to how charagma go to the stake.
Like Carax, the Greek word is Carax,
It's like
which is a stake,
kind.
which is something that you prick. It's like a
Like a needle.
like a
or
needle.
knife
Well, the
or
modern day needle is that, but back then a stake was like a wooden
wooden pole
long
or metal,
pole
or metal.
that you could stick into the ground.
Think of it like a shish kebab stick,
Yep.
but it's like just bigger.
Or like one of those stakes to hold like a tent down or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can make a fence with it or whatever.
Kind.
You know? And when you do that, you pierce.
Claim,
You
yeah.
can pierce with it.
Pierce
Man.
the earth. And you would stake a claim like that in the gold rush days. You would stake your claim. Now, this is my land, my name on it. You know, so nobody would go dig on your stuff.
So when you accept the chip, that's Esau branding you with his device.
Staking his claim in you.
Staking his claim right within
on
your
your
flesh.
soul. Yep, on your flesh.
You know what I mean?
But when he puts it on your flesh, it's also on your spirit and your soul as well. That's why it said, what did it say? Save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And even saying it being in the head, all of that's part of that. Of him taking your whole mind and spirit and having control over it all. Reading on, it says, verse 18, here is wisdom, that him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Chi stigma.
Yep.
All right.
Stigma, I was watching the movie,
Stigmata.
yeah, it was on the other night. I didn't watch it, I just remembered the movie when I saw it was on the guide or whatever. And what it was an atheist chick that ended up getting, she's an atheist, she didn't believe in the Most High God or whatever. Well, she ended up getting these marks of the pricks or the stigmata, the imprints of the Lord when he got crucified on her hands.
Yep.
And it went along the lines of her beginning to believe in that.
There was also showing the crown of the. Wasn't there a scene too where she kept seeing images of him and it was like a crown of thorns on his
Yeah, I
on the
think so.
head?
I ain't
It
seen
was
it in
getting
a long
bloody.
time. The movie was almost over, and I just caught read about it on the thing.
Like a stigmata, it basically means a piercing,
Yep.
to be pierced.
Yep.
Like when Apostle Paul, when he said that he would take on the markings of Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
The word markings is the Greek word stigma.
Yep.
Matter of fact, get it. Somebody got their phone, get it real quick. Go to, I believe it was in Mark, book of Mark 6th chapter. Now I wonder where in history did Nero, when was there a point in time when Nero was actually branding slaves or men under him with a specific mark that actually indicated that they belonged to him? That's what I want to know. When did Nero do that? You know? That would be new to me. Going to the history, show me some information that indicated that Nero was actually putting brands or putting punctures or incisions or implants on people to make them serve him. That's what I want to know. Like 17. No, that's not it. Try. Yeah, it said Mark. Marks. It says Marks. M-A-R-K-S. Oh, it's Galatians. Galatians 6. I don't know why I thought it was Mark. Yeah. I don't even know why I said
Mark.
Salaki. Galatians 6 and 17. I guess I quoted Mark because I'm talking about the Mark.
Marks, yeah.
Salaki.
It's better than slip of the tongue, but not in your heart.
Mark, Galatians 6 and 17, that where Mark goes into stigma, as you said. It says, and Mark pricked.
Speak louder.
Galatians 6 and 17. You want me to read the verse first?
Yeah, you can read it.
Con, this is Galatians 6 and 17. From henceforth let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahweh Shai. That word mark in Galatians 6 and 17, the marks goes into stigma. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the
Ancient
name.
Oriental usage is what? What's that with the little needles, man? What's that called?
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture.
It says slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master. Or
And that's what he's talking about with that physical imprint. But when it goes back to a physical imprint, to be pierced with it. It was pierced in his spirit. What happened to Yahweh Shai?
I'm
Going through the persecution,
Right.
the afflictions. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go down. It says, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their powers.
Stamp with the token of their powers. Is there more to that? Finish. Read the whole thing.
It says slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to.
Hey, and so the beast is gonna cause that cut into your flesh, meaning in your hand or into your head, just like they showed that little girl getting it done on the second episode of Black Mirror. The beast is gonna cause that to happen. And once that gets into you, like when on that episode when the girl had that done to her, basically her mother took full control of her. She controlled what she could see, what she couldn't see. Literally, man. She was able to track where she could go on her little device. You know? And it was what in her head.
Had her memories on the iPad.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah, her memories. Bro.
They could detect what was bad going into her body.
Her stress levels.
Yeah.
You know, when her heart rate went up, when she had when she took the drugs.
Yeah. So when somebody have that type of power over somebody, man, you own them.
Pretty much, yeah.
You own them, man.
We control them.
Complete control. All right. Right now, hey, that's why you got men like us. We say fuck this system. You know. So hey, you ain't gonna. We ain't controlled by this shit, man.
Hey, you watch. Hey, let me tell you a vision. If any of you that don't fully believe in what we're saying, we'll prove it to you in everyday society. How many people are completely marked or pricked by their smartphone, by social media? They can't live without it. how did you really wonder how did the world ever get to this level without the cell phone or the smartphone? These people act like they can't live without it, like they'll die without having it.
And
They
Satan
walk around
knows
like
that.
this.
God, if all social media sources or all social media sites was blocked, American people would lose their mind, bro.
People would jump off cliffs.
They would kill themselves.
Yeah.
Cause these women especially kill themselves. You know, cause they get their power off of social media.
Con.
And they can't slap you, bro. They can't throw filters.
God.
And what's the other thing that they do?
Airbrush.
Airbrush. What's the other?
Photoshop.
Photoshop. They
Yeah,
can't Photoshop. You know, imagine if you see a chick and she's a dime on Instagram or whatever, right? Well, you book her, she get paid and all that. She shows up, she only works for 7.5. You know, in real life.
Yeah.
You know, that's how. But that's the difference. You wouldn't have booked the 7.5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want that 10. But these people are completely engulfed with social media in their mind and this technology. They can't live without it.
Con.
They're pricked with it. So when this chip comes, they're gonna automatically take it.
Right.
And Satan knows
He
that.
knows that. Yeah.
Satan is the ultimate. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Call Lord Yahweh.
Oh, y'all about Shimmy Yahushua.
Busted.
Well, they can't even get.
Esau's gonna fall
They can't even get their big ass.
Fall of
Eat
Edom.
'em.
Yep.
Right?
It took 2 Edomites to help her up. 3.
Yeah, but Khan, you know, hey, Satan knows that you people, you ain't gonna be able to do without his setup, man.
Con.
Yep.
So that's why the scriptures tell you, for Satan shall get the advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right.
See, he's going to get the advantage over these people.
Right.
That's why they're going to take it. That's how he's going to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor. He even going to be passing laws to justify marking you people, man. Or you prisoners, we gotta watch your moves.
Pedophiles.
We gotta watch your moves.
You know that's
We gotta monitor what you
know
do.
there are people that haven't been convicted of it.
Yeah,
They can be a pederast.
yeah.
Pedophilia is a new thing. That's an
Yeah.
accepted sexual
Con.
preference
They
now.
put it on at the end of the LGBT.
Yep.
That's up there. It's a P at the end now.
Yeah, so hey, they could use that for that reason alone.
Yep.
If they suspect you a terrorist, then you're going to get chipped up. You know. So that's how he's gonna do it, man. You know, and he's getting you ready for it gradually, man. You know, in bits and pieces that's leading up to it, man. All right. Is there more on that on the definition? That was it. Because that's what it boils down to. He's gonna own you, man.
Let's look. Yeah, I can go down. This is in the Thayer's Greek lexicon. It says the marks of the Lord Yahweh Shai, which Paul in Galatians 6 and 17 says, he bears.
So like the brother said, those marks signify the persecution that the Lord went through, and the same shared persecution that the men of the Lord go through for Yahweh Shai.
It says he bears branded on his body are the traces left there by the perils, hardships, imprisonments.
Hey, when he showed the Thomas,
Down Thomas,
yep.
scourgings endured by him for the cause of Yahweh Shai, and which mark him as Yahweh Shai's faithful. Oh, let's see. Phone just,
That's cool. That's cool. You know, well, that was just to basically give more on that word stigma, because that's what when you going back to 666, the word 6 is stigma.
Yep.
Okay,
It's a number.
I got it back.
and that's a number, and he's gonna use
Greek too.
he's gonna use that to brand you.
I got it back.
Okay, that's how you're gonna have the mark of the beast, the stigma, or the charagma of the beast.
Yep.
All right, that was it. Go
It
ahead.
says, for the cause of Yahweh Shai, and which mark him as Yahweh Shai's faithful and approved voluntary servant or soldier. That was-
Come. All right, so that's like I said, when did Nero fit this prophecy?
Con.
How was this already fulfilled by 70 AD? Explain that to me. And then explain how, well, we're talking about how it's so, it just so happened to be, which there's no such thing as a coincidence, but coincidentally, what we've been talking about the last 40 minutes to an hour, how it's all conveniently tying in with what it exactly saying. Now, what is this system that this devil's setting up? If we're not to fear, you know, does this infrastructure that he's setting up, does that have any correlation to prophecy? These are things that y'all need to explain. All right, y'all got to break that down because we're breaking down what's actually going on through the scriptures as of now in the near future. Y'all saying everything already passed. All right, so how did these things? Give us those clues. How did these things pass? How?
Give
When?
us those actualities, should I say. 'Cause they good at throwing theory and all that.
Yeah.
This scholar says this and that, and
Right.
then you go to this book and this scholar said that and this.
Right.
Man,
Or they
prove
said it spiritually happened.
Right.
Revelation, yeah.
Right.
Prove that this stuff happened.
Right.
We're proving it to you. Hey, literally all day been going from secular history to current events, breaking down the book of Revelations to you.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. And that's through the Holy Spirit, man.
Yep.
You know, that's through the Holy Spirit, man. Harakah Kodash.
Right.
That's right.
All right. So hey, you come on, man. And according to y'all, guys like us, we ain't supposed to have this type of knowledge, right? We ain't supposed to be breaking down these prophecies that way, filtering what's written in the Bible 2,000 years ago to what's occurring today.
No, we don't have the worldly credentials.
Yeah.
I got another verse that
Go ahead.
it can sprout. Or it can end it off.
And because also, if you do receive this mark, that means that you're going to be preserved for the day of the Lord to get destroyed in the fire.
Correct.
Right.
When did that day occur?
Correct.
When did that happen back then? Give me a secular date in history that the Lord came back, all right, and he actually tormented the beast and all these people with fire and brimstone. When did that occur? All right? You got to explain that one to me.
Well, I was going to jump to the point. I don't know if you want me to read all that or not.
Where you at?
I'm going to read verse 11.
14?
Yeah, 14.
Start at 9.
Let me start at 8 then.
Yeah.
No. I got to start at 6.
All right, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth.
The Israelites.
Yep.
And we're throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, this gospel must be preached throughout all the world or the earth. Then shall the end come.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And to every nation and kindred.
And they'll try to say, oh, this was, so that means that this was already fulfilled. The gospel went out back then. And then by 70 AD,
Didn't they ask back then, is this the time that you were restored?
come on, bro. Go ahead.
Anyway, it says, and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. And worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water.
Yep.
And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because
So
she
now
made...
we're talking about Babylon.
Yep, switch right over.
All right, now it's talking about Babylon. But notice how in the previous chapter, it talks about this beast that's going to cause that mark, right? Now it's jumping to to Babylon, which Babylon is what? The great whore that rides the beast.
Correct.
Correct.
Why?
So this is that system. America being a part of that system. America being the one that sends the influence and the power of the beast throughout all the planet Earth.
That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
It says, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations to drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Go ahead.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image.
Why is the angel telling them, if you worship the image of the beast, concerning talking about the fall of Babylon?
Yeah.
That's because here in Babylon, that mark is going to be given.
Yep.
Okay, that mark is going to be given. Now it's not going to be just in Babylon.
Right.
It's going to be all over,
But the
all over the world.
of Babylon and that beast is going to be hand in hand. That mark of that beast is going to be
Yeah.
hand in hand around the same time.
Yeah.
It says,
So that would mean that Babylon isn't going to be the only one that's going to suffer the fire, but the beast also is going to get destroyed. That's talking about the different parts of Europe.
Yep.
America's going to get touched, and Europe too.
Yep. Israel too.
Israel, they going to get touched. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, where do I go? Oh, right here. It says, if any man worship the beast,
Because they got the chip over there too. The NFC, the Near Field Communications chip.
Yeah.
It has the same exact amenities of the RFID chip here in America.
Yep.
Was that I was talking about with the cryptocurrency was on the NFC already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that was part of. Yeah.
And that's over there in the belly of the beast, man.
Yep.
Europe,
Pit.
that's the pit right there, man. The bottomless pit. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High God Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Yep.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. When did that happen?
When did that happen?
And this next line
When did he come with the chariots, with the clouds, with his angels, and just start tearing shit up all over the
or
world?
any version of that. Any imaginary version that you can come up with, when did that happen? That has not happened like that.
Yep.
I'm gonna read now. This is the verse that I was thinking directly.
Okay.
It says, watch, you'll see it. It says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. When did that happen? We should still be able to see that smoke.
Yeah.
We should still be able to see that. Where's that at? The land was destroyed, and we can see the smoke of his torment going up forever and ever. If 70
And not only that, after it gets destroyed, nobody would ever inhabit that place ever again.
right.
Where's that at? When did that happen? When and where?
So how
if
many
all
years
this was
is that?
happened by 70 AD.
If that's I can't do math. What is it? 1950 years, something like that,
Over 1900.
right?
1900 and
Something around there. 40, 50,
68,
60,
68 years now.
something like that, right?
Since, yeah, 70.
If that's the case, where's that land at? From that time, that got destroyed that time. We know Sodom and Gomorrah, that was years before that, but what about now? A land now that's not inhabited, that the smoke went up for a long, long time or forever, as it says, and then nobody inhabits that land no more.
Esau through.
Oh, Esau.
Esau's through.
He's bugged out, man.
Satan sends him over here, and he tries to. He don't even recognize it, man. You know, like he's being controlled by a left-hand force.
Oh, yeah.
And he tries to come over here, and it's kind of like when you hear us bringing out the Bible, it does something to him.
Yeah? He can feel something.
He can feel something over here. That's what gravitates him over here every week like that. And that dude got legions of demons over him. You know?
Heavy demons.
But Khan, you know? So this, evidently, those that receive this mark, they're going to die on the day of the Lord.
And let me, because it all says that in the rest of the verse. Verse 11 says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worshiped the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the faith of Yahweh Shai.
Yep. Plain. And going back to 666, I remember the elder apostles, they was breaking down how when you go to Revelation 17 concerning the mystery Babylon,
Yeah.
it was a way that you can break it down in numeric the numeric value of it, and when you break down the numeric value in the Hebrew of that particular verse, mystery Babylon. Matter of fact, go to it real quick.
I got it.
17, I think it's 5 or 6.
Yep. Up here, it's 5. Revelation chapter 17, verse 5, it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and the abominations,
Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots,
and abominations of the earth.
and abominations of the earth. That particular line, the apostles, they went into the Hebrew and the numeric value of the Hebrew. And when you actually spell those words out, mystery, not mystery, but Babylon, those different names, they all add up.
Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and abominations of the earth.
And when you separate them and you read them out in the Hebrew characters in the Bible, all the Hebrew characters have numeric value to them. When you actually add them up and then add them all together, it leads to 666.
Yep. Is that
Right.
on the videos?
Yeah. Lord willing, I'll try to find it on Daily Motion. I'm sure they got it, and I can re-upload it, man. But it goes to show you that America is a beast within itself. So yeah, man, this America is gonna dish out, the mark upon its the citizens here, but you also gonna have, the beasts, or the EU, hey, they're gonna be chipping their citizens.
Because there's still Edomites still trying to control the whole earth.
Yeah.
Under one agenda of the elites. The Illuminati, to say the buzzword, the Illuminati, the Oppenheimer, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, Rockefellers, so on and so forth. Of the 13 elite banking families. That's secretly, it's not a big secret anymore, but that beneath the scenes run the whole planet Earth.
So yeah, we can stop there unless you had something else.
Nah,
Yeah, off.
that was we'll just sit there and see what
And Revelation 14, when it talks about you being tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the Lamb and the holy angels, that's talking about when he comes back with the chariots. You can read Revelation at 19th chapter, how he's coming back to judge and make war. All right, that's all talking about the same day. All right, 2nd Ezra 13. All right, when he go in the battle of Armageddon, when he's going to come back and destroy those nations, he's also going to come over here and destroy America, man.
Hey, the key to the book of Revelations is this, man. The first few books has instructions to the churches in the last days. Then from that point on, there's reoccurring themes of the same events, of the same situations, of the elect, and from the 7th chapter to the 144,000, which is the same people in the 14th chapter, right? From the war in heaven, the same thing, to the day of the Lord, right? To the mark of the beast, to the destruction of the mark of the beast, to those missiles destroying America, right?
From the temple being dead to being resurrected,
built up.
Basically, the Lord putting the bread back into the temple, which the temple it told you right then in Revelation 11 that was the dead bodies of Israel. They got the Lord resurrected
back in us,
He put the spirit back in the Israelites, and they stood on their feet and became a living soul.
And then there's history and key moments in there to tie in to the time periods.